You know how they say, don't judge a book by its cover? Well, today, we're going to do exactly that. What if the cover is all you have? We're basically putting on our detective hats, because this book right here is a mystery, and every single detail on its exterior is a clue. Our mission? To see just how many secrets it'll give up before we even read a single page. All right, take a look. To most people, yeah, it's just a book. But for our purposes, this is an artifact. Every design choice, every word, every logo, it's all evidence left behind. So the real question is, what story does this thing tell us before we even think about turning the first page? Okay, so our investigation starts right now. The goal is simple. Build a complete profile of this work, using nothing but the evidence staring us right in the face. So, lean in a little closer with me. What's the very first thing that jumps out at you? In any investigation, you've got to start with the most obvious piece of evidence on the table. And that, of course, brings us to our first major clue. It's hiding in plain sight, right there in the middle of the cover, the title itself. Let's zero in on it and see what it tells us. Boom! In this bold, beautiful Arabic script, we've got two words, Hikmat al Ishraq. This is its name, the identity of this whole work. But what does it actually mean? And here we go, our first real breakthrough. The literal translation is the wisdom of illumination. Whoa. See, that's more than just a title, isn't it? It's a promise. It suggests we're not just going to get information in here, but some kind of deep, maybe even mystical understanding. Our first clue just gave us the what. So we've got the what. The next logical question is the who. Who is the person, the mind, behind this wisdom of illumination? Well, luckily for us, the cover gives us a name. Right there, just above the title, we find our author, Shihab al-Suhrawardi. Just like that, we've identified the creator. Every idea, every bit of wisdom inside these pages, it came from him. We have a source, a person, an identity to connect to these ideas. But a book like this has two stories, right? There's the ancient text, and then there's its life as a modern product. To figure out how it got into our hands today, we need to find its modern guardians, the publisher. And that info isn't on the cover. For that, we've got to peek inside, at the title page. And this is where we find the next layer of our investigation. The title page, think of it like a data map. It's going to confirm what we already figured out, and it's going to give us even more hard facts. Okay, let's just lay out the key facts. The author is confirmed, Sheikh al Ishraq, Shihab al-Suhrawardi, and that little title, Sheikh of Illumination, tells us he's basically the master of this subject. The publisher is Dar al-Ma'arif al-Hikmiyah, which translates to something cool like the House of Wisdom's Knowledge. We see this edition was printed in 2010. And then there's that last little detail, a very specific, very real number, 170. It's just a number, but it's so important. It takes this big, abstract idea of wisdom and makes it tangible. It gives it a physical size. There are 170 pages of this wisdom of illumination just waiting for us. And this leads us to the ultimate question, doesn't it? We've gathered all this external data, the what, the who, the when, the how much. We've built this amazing profile of the book's container. But what about the content itself? This right here, this picture says it all. On the left, you've got a cover packed with clues, data, and promises. And on the right, a blank page. That page represents the actual wisdom, the text itself, all 170 pages that we still know nothing about. So we've successfully decoded the container. We've analyzed the package, but we haven't touched the contents. We have information about the knowledge, but not the knowledge itself. And that's a huge difference. So our investigation of the outside is officially over. We've squeezed every last drop of information we can from the cover, which leaves us with one final massive question. 170 pages of wisdom, where do you even begin? The map is in our hands. The journey into those pages, the journey to illumination itself, that's what starts now.